Hello again, my retards. Welcome back to the Magick Kool-Aid. You're probably wondering who's next, and it's Krista Raisa / Rachel Dolezal. You know, Krista, you're looking a lot different than you did when I first came to your videos. Just saying. And guys, make sure that your diapers are tight, because you're about to shit yourself at how cringy the opening to this fucking video is.
Hey, your Starseeds, we all come from the stars. Can't stop the ascension. I come from afar. Can't stop the ascension.
We are Starseeds. We come from afar. You can't stop the ascension. We come from the stars. Well, I think your head might be up in the stars, but in fact, what you came from, Krista, is your mother's vagina, okay? And you're not a starseed. You're a startard.
How to discern information from a psychic reading.
Oh, you're going to tell us
this will come
who
up
are real psychics
in the future because, let's face it, esoteric, new age, the occult, witchcraft, whatever you want to call it, the supernatural, the fringe, the contact, disclosure, this is all becoming quite popular.
It's not.
At least in California.
It's no more popular than it ever has been. Just because you surround yourself with retards who believe this crap doesn't mean it's becoming more popular, okay? The internet has made it more possible for you lunatics to band together, but there are the same amount of lunatics that there ever were, okay? And this painting up here is awful! Oh, it's so bad!
California of the USA, and now, at least in the rest of the world, people are discovering ancient alien artifacts everywhere. And
hey guys, did you hear about that report on CNN about the ancient alien artifacts that were found on other parts of the fucking planet? Because I sure as hell didn't see that shit!
Remembering Atlantis and having past life regressions.
Everyone is just remembering Atlantis and having past life regressions. It's like a crazy virus. We can't stop it. People everywhere are waking up and becoming retarded.
Regressions, getting Reiki done.
And I remember that big news report about the Russians admitting that Reiki energy is real. All of this is really happening, guys. This is all happening in the real world and not in the heads of a retarded starseed.
And every once in a while, I'm sure just like many of you, I'll hear a story about a horrible reading someone had. Oh gosh, this is typical coffee shop conversation where people are like, can you believe what they said to me?
This little attention seeker is going to give us advice on how to tell the real psychics from the fake psychics, okay? And just so you know, the psychological, subconscious reason for doing this is so she can establish herself as different from the fake psychics. Because when you see her telling us that she can tell real psychic readings from fake ones, it's so that you believe that maybe she has some knowledge on the subject. But she doesn't, and by the way, her taste in music is terrible.
As a psychic myself,
we are Starseeds!
Reader, wellness, personality, online channeler, it's very important to watch your psychic ethos 101. Remember your code book of ethics.
What?
Some people have actually come out with books about this, but it's not so well known.
Are you going to pick up a book and read from the book as you do in many of your videos in lieu of creating actual content? I don't know. Let's find out.
I'm talking to you guys about personal experience and stories I've heard from others.
My personal experience and other anecdotes will prove to you that psychic powers are real. How about you actually prove it's real by telling us something that we can't know that can be easily confirmed? Because you are a starseed. Now, I don't know that you're claiming to be a psychic, but you seem to claim to have the ability to discern real psychics from fake. which would imply to me that you yourself have some psychic abilities or otherwise otherworldly abilities. So could you maybe do a demonstration of some kind or in some way prove that you are special aside from just spewing all of this retarded shit that you've read in other people's shitty self-published ebooks? Could you? I would love to see a demonstration.
When you are getting a reading, remember that there are all kinds of people and readers, and psychics out there. Yes, some of them are out there just to get your money.
All of them. All of them are out there to get your money, including you, Krista.
Some of them out there are so nice they don't want your money. Even though you want to pay them $1 million, they can't accept it.
Yeah, show me one psychic who you offer $1 million to in lieu of a reading, and they tell you, I don't want your money. I have yet to see this person, okay? Show me this person exists because you're full of shit. This is a game. This is to scam people out of money. And that's a best case scenario. Worst case scenario is that there's a bunch of confused retards stumbling around in the dark who have no idea where they're going, and they just make this shit up so that they feel like they're not walking around in circles their whole lives. But guess what? You're still walking in a big fucking circle.
Because they're punishing themselves from past lives as a nun or a monk.
No.
Or some are just...
Are you laughing at how stupid what you're saying is?
Practicing, and they have skills, they don't want to be known for it, whatever, they have other passions in life,
so full of shit.
How to discern the information, though, when it comes through? When we're talking about extrasensory abilities, this is a sort of ability that doesn't use verbal, physical, bodily language.
Right.
We're not talking light language.
Hey guys, change the world! And how we're going to do that is not by bringing attention to any actual problems. We're not going to point out the fact that rich people are sucking up all of our money and creating a huge mess that is going to collapse in upon itself. Let's not focus on that. That's not going to change the world. Let's focus on psychics. That's real. That's how we're going to change the world, everyone.
Here are symbols from the 9th dimension. We're talking...
Let's focus on the 9th dimension and not fraudulent banking scams.
About different types...
Let's not focus on bullshit wars where actual children are fucking murdered by drones from the sky. Nope! Let's talk about starseeds!
Of interpretation, different communication
how am I doing,
skills,
guys?
What people say in other languages. And... you may know a psychic who's a super feeler, but they're not that badass, right? They're not really, like, getting you to get stuff done.
Are you
but
kidding
then
me?
there are these...
So, like, the people who watch your videos, they all know multiple psychics. If you're at the point in your life where you know multiple psychics, you need to rethink what you're fucking doing with your life. You need to do a 180 and run in the opposite direction from whatever philosophy you happen to be indulging yourself in. You're wasting your time, you're making humanity look retarded, and worse than that, you're enabling people like this.
Other psychics who are super grounded, super earth connected, but they're not really in tune. They kind of say what sounds good, and you go leaving, well, they didn't really say anything.
Then they're not psychics, they're bullshit artists, just like you.
Kind of like psychology.
But yeah, psychology's a joke, but psychics are real!
Made sense. Then you have people who are really out there tethering, and they're talking to you about codes and stuff and colors that makes absolutely no sense, that has no relevance to you here.
It's because they're insane.
But they give you really good advice, and you're like, how the heck did that work, right? Well...
what really good advice has a crazed psychic who talks about codes in your brain ever given anyone? An example, please.
I believe that every single reading we get has a lesson.
Oh, okay.
So even if you have
even if someone's spewing complete bullshit to you, there's a lesson in it. Yeah, here's the lesson. You're a retard! That's the lesson. If you're gonna listen to some jackass tell you that they're a fucking psychic and tell you you're a starseed, then the lesson is that you wasted your money, and worse than that, you wasted your time.
a bad reading, a good reading, mediocre,
That's the lesson.
non-entertainment reading, some deep healing reading. There's always a lesson involved, whether you're giving it or receiving it. And you must remember to have a sense of humor.
How can you be so joyful about the bullshit you're spilling?
From
Did I say
our
bullshit?
third chakra, our stomach. But in order to create, and this is something that I came up with personally, I didn't read this anywhere, is to create a healthy second chakra shield.
Oh my
What's she
god.
talking about, Krista?
Are you kidding? Hey guys, you want to know how to stop the fake psychics from scamming you? Create a healthy second chakra shield! Are you kidding me? You're a fucking hack!
Shield. Second chakra is the energy of your sexual organs. It's also your kidneys, your bladder, ovaries, testes. That's that area. And this is responsible for, this is the energy center, the chakra wheel. Sanskrit means wheel.
How is protecting your private parts with a magic chakra shield gonna prevent psychics from lying to you? In fact, if you do that, you're more gullible, okay? You're more likely to be preyed on by a scam artist if you actually think that that works.
Energy center for
we are Starseeds!
Your sexuality. It's also tied to money and relationships, and at the same time your emotions, intimacy, and so on.
And I know that because I read it in a book that was self-published on Amazon.
And when you have a very healthy second chakra, you're able to go out in the world, you're able to socialize and kind of deflect other people's comments. So someone that's a really good comedian
these comments?
Doesn't always take things.
There's a lesson in this video for you, Krista. There's a lesson in everything. What's the lesson of my video to you? Because you may not know this, but I'm an official gay shaman, and I have shamanic powers to see through spiritual lies, all right? And I'm giving you some shamanic advice. So what do you think that the lesson is? I'm really curious. I have more magic powers than you, so listen to me.
Personally, I mean, sure, they can be insecure, but they're able to just kind of laugh
My sacral chakra gets a lot of use.
The nasty comments, and this is especially important for all you empaths who are feeling the world very physically.
I'm an empath. I feel so much emotion that I cannot allow myself to feel any empathy for people because it hurts too much. I'm the real empath. Are you kidding? Empaths are fucking narcissistic attention whores who want to use their special snowflake status as an empath to explain why they cannot allow themselves to feel other people's emotions. That's what an empath is, okay? We all know what it means. Stop using that word.
And
it's very revealing of what you are.
If you're an empath, remember, did that reading give me goosebumps? And did I feel something? For instance, you might get the chills, you might feel heat. Oftentimes, if you're having a hands-on healing session,
right now.
I know that's not a psychic reading, but anyway, some have that.
The fires
or someone's hovering their hands over you. Oftentimes, cold chills can mean something from the past being healed, and heat can mean...
Maybe it means that you're cold! Oh, you know what? Krista, I'm going to be nice to you and lay off, okay? Guys, Krista's not a sociopathic predator. She's just a bored attention seeker and a huge narcissist, okay? So we're going to be done, Krista. I love you. Take your lessons from me. I'm the best shaman on YouTube. And you're lucky I just gave that advice to you for free, because I normally charge about $500 for every 10 minutes, because my advice is that good. All right? And we'll see you guys on the other side of the break.